What's up? What's up, Deuce Tribe? What's going on, Deuce Tribe? It's your boy Quad Deuce, man. And we in this thing, no lie, man. And we about to have spiritual church. I'm gonna treat this like a live video. Even though we can't go live yet. I got y'all, man. We gonna get into it. A nice little spiritual lesson, lecture, intellectual gathering. We're gonna get into a nice little one of those. So let's do it, man. First of all, let's talk about soul and spirit. We know that it has to do and interact and intermingle with each other. But we need to break down and bust down the great mother, the great dragon. Nah, let's do it. Let's talk about this. Wait a minute, slow down. We gonna bust it down. Let's get into it. Let me get in a comfortable position. For y'all that don't know me, I'm big spiritual and I love to get into a nice spiritual conversation. Yeah. This pretty much my debut or whatever, cause if you want to say it like that, cause I ain't really been trying to teach for real. I guess you'd call it, or awaken, or enlighten, or awaken other people's memories for real. Like I've been knowing shit, but I ain't been showing too much, if you will, just cause I ain't want to steer nobody crazy. But I feel like I got enough of that information and that knowledge now that I can share it with others and help them along their journey. So let's talk about the great mother, the great dragon. The great mother is the primordial force or forces, because this supreme entity could be made up of several deities. You see what I'm saying? We don't know exactly how this supreme, all intelligence, ultimate form of intelligence entity works. You feel me? This is primordial, always from the beginning of time energy, can't be destroyed. This is God. You see what I'm saying? This is divine feminine energy. This is AKA what y'all suckers or y'all cocksuckers don't even know y'all cocksuckers yet, because y'all worship the phallus, the penis, the male, the masculine. And we gonna break down that line, masculine, feminine. We gonna break down what that's about. That's about the lions. That's about the Lyrans. That's about an ancient race of people that we pretty much descend from. If you certain people, you feel me? I'm gonna break that down too. That's why there's lions everywhere on statues in the Great Sphinx and all around Egypt and all kind of shit. That's why it's all kind of animal. All of this stuff meant something. Somebody to other things. Y'all gotta peep game. But and we about to smoke on some of this critical kush. Straight out the bush. We ain't got but a little bit of it. It looking right. I don't know if I should have showed y'all that. I might have to cut that out. But we smoking critical kush. So our supreme intelligence and dark matter energy, chaos energy, which is what everything was before it became quote unquote under an order. But this order is a masculine order. This order is it strips the matriarch right up out of the goddamn equation order. You feel what I'm saying? So it's an order that takes away the divine mother. And the divine feminine, there's more than one divine feminine. It's represented by more than one divine feminine, but all of these feminine energies are a collective group of what we would call the Great Mother and God. The Great Mother is the ultimate, like, it's the dragon. She represents the dragon. She the ultimate supreme primordial, you feel me, energy. Like, that's the ultimate form. That's like, just like when you see the Kung Fu movies and niggas catch fire, they start whooping niggas' ass, they become the dragon, they get, you feel me? That's the ultimate form. That's the ultimate chaos form. That's the ultimate warrior. The Great Mother is the ultimate warrior. Like, there's other warriors and warlords. The motherfucker that's over this current matrix is a warlord. But he ain't fucking with the great warlord. Like, you not fucking with the Great Mother. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I'ma come back to put shit in order, that shit, it ain't nothing else to talk about because she created all this shit. It ain't nothing else to say. You feel me? And this is just divine feminine energy. When divine feminine energy start to take over and the world becomes more balanced again, because divine feminine will be here, you know, and spreading around throughout this motherfucker. It ain't nothing else to say when everybody want peace, love, abundance. You feel me? And to take care of home and everything domestic and the people. It ain't nothing else to say. You can't stop this spread or none of that. So that's what that is at the core, right? Now, it's all kind of representations of it. We live in a holographic universe, meaning what's solid or what seems solid is actually not solid at all. So things could take shape and form in this physical reality as things that appear solid but are not solid at all. So yes, you could see a great dragon flying through the skies. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying that none of this stuff can happen physically. I'm not saying you feel me, that you won't see a great spiritual war taking place before your eyes. But I am saying that it's a dual reality. So things manifest in the physical and the spiritual. Now, with that being said, I can't tell you which way to look to see how things will unfold. I can tell you they couldn't unfold both ways. They couldn't unfold one way or the other. Nobody knows for real. Don't let them try to fool you. Don't let them try to tell you everybody know the answer to this. We don't know for real. It's more than likely going to be both ways. You feel me? Because duality. That's how we coming all around in a circle. The golden egg, the circle and the dot in the middle. I mean, 360 degrees around each motherfucker. You know what that means. You know what that represents. It all represents the start and the end. The serpent with the tail in his mouth. The primordial forces and frequencies just always is and just always gonna be, and ain't nothing, you can't do nothing about that. You see what I'm saying? So it's more than likely that way if you ask me. But let's get more to it. So society has replaced great mother or matriarchal worship, if you would, or matriarchal or honor and praising, or, you know, just anything to do with matriarchal, anything out the door. They've placed it outside and made sure to keep us far away from it, because put it in the perspective, don't nothing come into play before mama. Mama had you, mama had me, mama had everybody. You feel me? Mama is a representation of divine feminine energy. A representation of, if it birthed something, that's mama. If it created something, that's mama to it. You see what I'm saying? That's not papa, that's mama. Now, if you wanted to say what papa would be, or father, or divine masculine energy would come into play at helping to raise it. You feel me? Because you gotta put actions in energy, like go get the bottle, you gotta go get the pampers, you gotta have money. That would be some put some masculine alongside with it. But we speaking in terms of energy. So we think in frequency. I want you to think frequency and vibration and how you feel and how you resonate and literally how the vibes feel. When I'm talking about this, I don't want you to think physical dragon and physical things, but then think physical and frequency. Now you in the spiritual and the physical. See what I'm saying? So, emotions. It's the language of the soul. Vibrations. That's how your soul feels. That's how your soul is vibrating and what energy is vibrating there at the moment, right? And that's our feminine energy. That's the thing that people not understanding. Your soul is primordial energy. Your soul being, that's a piece of the great mother. Like that's a piece of the great mother. That's primordial, always being here energy that come from the same realms as the great mother and all. You know what I'm saying? The divine matriarchal entity. You feel me? So that part of you can't let it happen to. But you gotta be led back to mama. You gotta be led back to mama. Back to where it all started, back to, homeostasis, back to a balanced state, back to home. So essentially divine feminine energy gotta come back onto the planet and lead you back to your divine state, homeostasis, home. When your body is balanced, you home. You in homeostasis. They told you that in science, but they ain't tell you fully. They told you homeostasis, they ain't tell you just home. You in balance. When you balance, you go anywhere on the earth and feel comfortable. No anxiety. You good. You go to China, Mexico, it don't matter. Why? Because you in homeostasis. You is home. You're balanced. You're resting right where you're supposed to be. You technically in divine alignment right now. Now it's a different way. It's a bunch of different ways to reach homeostasis. Diet, mental stuff. You know what I'm saying? So much stuff. Exercise, which is just moving your body, which could be yoga, dancing, all of that stuff. That's why the African drums and doing the dances and stretching, doing the yoga and all that lead to mental clarity and divine alignment. That's why the vegan shit, the eating healthy, that's why it all leads to mental clarity and divine alignment. So there's plenty of ways back. You feel me? You just got to put the work in and get there. You understand? But people are getting led and misled to be unemotional. If you're unemotional, you cannot communicate with your soul. You have no communication ability. You're cutting off ties to communicate with your own soul, which is divine primordial energy of who the fuck you are and always have been and always will be from the time the divine spark hit and said, let's create something. And that's why you gotta tune in and tap in with your emotions responsibly. The problem never was that you had emotions and that you felt them. The problem was you didn't know what to do with them, what they were for, why you were feeling them. Emotions is a communication tool used to tell you what your soul is going through. You angry. Your soul feels like fucking something up on your... What niggas say when they get mad? On my soul. I swear, on my soul. Why? Because it's really on your soul. Yeah. That anger really sitting on your soul. Yeah. That's why. That pain really sitting on your soul. But we ain't having no clue for real. So it's like this. You supposed to take that energy and check your temperature with it. Like, shit, I'm hot right now. I know that I'm hot right now. So on my soul, let me not deal with people in a certain type of way, because I'm hot right now. My soul know I'm hot right now, so let me not go around no other souls spreading this hot shit around. Y'all seen the movie Soul? That's how it really be. These emotions get to affecting shit and triggering shit in your brain, and that shit get to doing shit in your body. Your body get to reacting on that shit. That's really how it be. So you really control off of your emotions But to really control your emotions is not to turn them off or to be like, man, fuck that shit. I ain't got no emotion. I ain't trying to be mad. I ain't trying to be sad. I ain't trying to be angry. The real control is to be able to sit within them and deal with them. Like on the movie that they showed you on the movie, what's this shit? What I just said it was called? The Emotions movie. I think I said Soul. But the Emotions movie with the emotions, I don't know what it was called. Damn, what was it called? I don't know. It might have been called Emotions. It might have been called something else. But you supposed to deal with them. How she was the main little character, little girl was in the brain dealing with all the emotions. Like when some shit get angry, shit going, man, it's like, oh shit, we need water, we need this, we need that. Somebody, they about to burn and shit. That's how you supposed to do it. You supposed to really go inside yourself. I'm angry. I need to go goddamn meditate. That ain't work. Okay, fuck it then. I need to go goddamn do something I like. That ain't work. Okay, fuck it then. I need to go release some steam, do some exercises. That ain't work. Okay, fuck it then. Let me go fire up a peace pipe. That ain't work. Okay, fuck it then. Let me go goddamn write my anger down into a piece of paper and then burn the paper. Now they call that witchcraft, but that's not witchcraft. All it is taking your emotions, allowing them to manifesting them into a physical form, and then you light them on fire to release them and get rid of them. What's the witchcraft in that? What's the magic in it? I mean, it's magic because it's like, wow, how do you? But it's really not though. It's really more like a divine science. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no different from a scream room. You go to a scream room, you start yelling, you releasing something through yelling, but the yelling ain't, what's coming out ain't the exact thing that you were angry about. Like you're yelling and letting out anger, but what's coming out your actual mouth is not the stuff that made you mad. Like that's not actually spewing out your mouth. No, just the vibration of the noise and the yelling and the sound is enough for you to put your energy into it. Once you attach your energy to it and shoot it off in the atmosphere like a missile, it's out of there. We about to have spiritual church. I think we already having it for real, but let's talk some more. Yeah. So you ain't know your boy was tapped in like this. And for you two guys, y'all that see me licking this paper, it is just paper. Relax. It's just paper, I swear. Yeah, but also let's talk about names. See, a lot of this shit too is they want to confuse y'all. This shit is not as complicated as they make it seem, and it's more complex than they make it seem if they're making it seem simple as hell. Like some just fabricated, basically some made up imagination shit. Don't let them fool y'all. Don't get caught in the, oh, it's some imagination shit, or the, oh, it's super complex. Nobody can understand and break it down. All the code is locked down in a 50,000 ton megapolis. Like, you feel me? This shit ain't complex. This shit ain't simple. It's in the middle. It's divine. It's the dot within the circle. Perfectly in the middle. Divine. It look like the nucleus inside of a cell. Come on, gang. It look like the atoms and shit when you put them under a microscope. Divine. The geometry is showing. It's there. Like you can't change the shapes of the geometry. It's there. But that's what gotta happen. The feminine energy gotta rise up again on the planet. And that's on the Great Mother. And what we're supposed to be doing the soul, I'm also under this information. I listen and learn from a lot of people, like everybody literally. If they spiritual and they ever said something spiritual, I probably done heard on studying them, no cap. So shout out to the whole spiritual community. From my understanding, we supposed to be trying to become, our soul is supposed to be going and trying to become a dragon in its form, which is the ultimate form. like Dr. Malachi what said, I think he said, or was it Bobby Hemming, brother Bobby Hemming, I don't know which one said it. But your thing is, you go from a guy to a boy to a man back to your ultimate form, back to a God again, which is the primordial frequency that's current, the current that's current and running through your soul. That's the primordial current that's running through your soul, which you is. Now everybody not the same thing, and this is when we get into epigenetics and the melting pot and everything being all mixed up. This is when you get into wars and into who is who and who owns what and the bloodlines of who and what and how they got mixed up and what it all represents. See, all of that stuff is stemming. I gotta understand everything comes from the original point in time that it happened. So from the Big Bang, everything comes down the line like that, but it's all related, going back up in the center order all the way back to the Big Bang. I'm using the Big Bang as a reference point. I don't believe Big Bang is Big Bang with dinosaurs. I believe Big Bang golden egg, cosmic birth. That's what I think. That's how I look at it. I don't care how it formulated in the physical or manifested in the physical. It's still in the spiritual. That's what it was. Big Bang. Feel me? That's how the spirit works. It don't matter how it formulated in the physical. That shit don't matter. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come. You might see an animal you never knew carrying some shit that you never seen it carry. You might see a new germ. Motherfucking bird might fall out the sky with a message. You never know how it's gonna come. We having spiritual church. So you never know how it's gonna come with spirit. But look, all I'm saying is it don't matter. Spirit got it done. You feel me? And spirit, like I said, everything gotta pass through the feminine first, because the universe itself, we're living in the mind of God, or in the mind of ultimate possibilities and infinite possibilities, which is what the universe is, which is like what you start to understand when you start to understand what the universe is, and how it works. You realize this is the universe of ultimate possibilities. The universe is made up and fabricated of consciousness itself. We living in the mind of our mother. All this information and knowledge is pouring in has been around. You feel me? We just ain't been able to pour it into our brain because we haven't been receiving it. But now we waking up. We rising. The energy is here. And it's coming in hot. So we living in the mind of God, thinking thoughts. Well, not even thinking thoughts. What we're actually doing is receiving thoughts, emitting and transmitting thoughts, basically. Like we receive some thoughts and we give out some thoughts. We send some thoughts, we receive some thoughts. We put out some thoughts. It's a bunch of thoughts just floating around that hit us in the head like boom, yep, we got, And our body is a receiver of receiving these thoughts, and based off how clean you is and the line you is, your chakras and all that shit, how you receive these downloads of these thoughts. You feel me? You can't receive higher frequency thoughts of more divine thought forms that other entities will receive of higher frequencies until you reach that level in your divine self. You see what I'm saying? But we supposed to be growing our soul to become an ultimate form of dragon. Serpent and the dragon. Serpent always find his way to his highest self. That's the journey to your highest self. From a snake getting stepped on every motherfucking day, getting killed, you know what I'm saying, getting shot at, you feel me, getting chopped in half, out to a dragon. Ain't nobody or nothing fucking with a dragon. Period. Ultimate supreme being. So that's what that all represents. And a lot of that is represented by a lot of mythical figures. Feel me? There's a lot of stories. There's ancient Egypt and the ancient Kemet and the Egyptian stuff. There's Native American stuff, Mayan stuff, Inca stuff. Like every civilization has its stuff. And if you trace back further than the Bible, I encourage y'all. This is me, Quadus, man. I got a heart, man. I feel for people, man. I understand, man. I got people that be on the same thing, man. I want to encourage y'all to go past the Bible and y'all spirituality. To grow past the Bible. To grow past Islam. To grow past, look past it. Everybody that you see that ever revolted against religion, they didn't revolt because they just fucking hated religion. They revolted because they saw past it and they saw like, oh, religion, this shit just damn near in the way. Let me goddamn step my ass over and goddamn get to the good shit. That's what it was. As funny as that sounds, that's exactly how it was. Like, how Jesus, think about it. Jesus was the Christian that didn't claim Christianity. Malcolm was the Muslim that stopped claiming the brotherhood and they killed him for it. They saw past it. You feel me? All of these people from all of these people, they all saw past their religions and got into enlightenment, which is a whole nother journey in reality. But it's a beautiful thing. It allows you to physically, I'm going to tell y'all how this helps me knowing this kind of information. It allows me to look at the world different. You know what I'm saying? I can see women for more than a body and a hot meal or whatever like that. Plus, when I look at women, I see their attributes. I see their care. I see their love. I see their touch. I see their attribute. I see the goddess in them type shit. Like you feel that energy from them when you start looking and feeling. And that you could feel the women have an amazing ability to heal. They just don't be tapping into that shit. Like I've been touched by some women, and it done made my body heal. Like damn, you touched me, that shit feels so good. Like I'm good now. Like I'm talking about a regular touch. I'm not talking about no sexual stuff. I'm talking about just a regular, just rub on the shoulder, just you feel me, or just a massage or something. Just like some people could touch you and then feel in a state of that's Reiki healing energy and stuff like that. When you learn how to move your energy around, and I'ma touch you and leave some energy right here and let it heal you. Feel me? So all of this stuff all break down and stem from a bunch of different things and practices. Now, going back to the alien type stuff, we're gonna spin it to the alien type stuff. At the end of the day, Great Mother is the ultimate. If you want to say that's an alien form, to be a dragon, whatever. And I'm not saying there can't be alien or alien races. I'm saying there definitely can be, and I'm pretty much certain it is. Feel me? In fact, I'm certain it is, because I'm pretty much not him with my damn self. You know, I get that feeling that I'm from somewhere else a lot. Andromeda, to be exact, you know. Yeah, I'm one of them Andromeda beings. But at least I feel like that's where the origins of my soul, kind of the galaxy I kind of come from. You feel me? And I feel like I was just chilling in Andromeda as an Aquarius, just chilling in Andromeda. You feel me? Like that just sound like the perfect place for me. You know what I'm saying? Then I did my research on Andromeda. All the colors of the sky happen to all be my favorite colors. The pinks, the purples, the oranges, the sky blues. Like every color. My favorite color. You know, and then knowing that the beings of Andromeda are about, futuristic living and love and advancing the society through love. Because love, if you loving everything, it's just gonna advance. It ain't gonna never decline. But they don't understand that yet. That's why y'all that's not loving it, y'all that's doing all the other shit, y'all really holding back humanity. But they don't understand that yet. Don't let it go over your head. So yeah, that's where I feel like I'm from. Then I also learned that Andromeda actually supposedly had pretty much Anunnaki in Andromeda station. There are some beings from the, no, not Anunnaki. I take that back. They still, I think they came from a version of Anunnaki, but I know the Lyrans are the Andromedan beings come from the Lyrans. But there's a and a B Andromeda, and one of them houses darker melanated people that would look like me, basically. And I'm like, okay, this all makes sense. So boom, that's what I feel. My soul feel that, you feel me? So that's how I know, like, primordially, like, this is where I was, this is where I was here, I was chilling, feel me? So it's just so much to spirituality. It's so vast because it's a whole open. It's like going from a video game with maps that you gotta load up and shit to going to an open world video game where everything just so vast and shit. People got different origins. All this energy stem from pretty much the same place. Everybody is not created by the same people though. Everybody don't got souls, and everybody don't even have spirits because your spirit can die. And your soul will leave you if you ain't acting right. Real talk. I know this shit firsthand. I know about your spirit dying firsthand, and I know your motherfucking soul will walk the fuck away if you keep acting inauthentic and you don't get to be yourself. That motherfucker, it's like you use it or you lose it. And if it don't go this life, it ain't gonna take too many lifespans of not growing, because that's what it is. It's a growing machine. It's technology that's designed to learn as much as it can, as fast as it can, and grow. And if you're not giving it that, then it gotta go. Yeah, it gotta go get with somebody that's gonna give it that. Gotta understand this. What else I wanna tell y'all? Oh yeah, everybody not from the same people. Like, that's why we all look different. They keep telling us that we look different for whatever reason. That's all not true. We look different because we from different fucking folks. You feel me? It go back to down the bloodline differently. Now, it get to a point where everybody do come from one point, and that's the same point I'm telling y'all about. Well, not exactly. It get to a point where everybody come from one point because I don't want to say come from one point. I want to say you could cross-reference shit to one point of type of people and carbonated people. You feel me? We share DNA with everything, so it get to that point. You feel me? And I'm not saying that we created all of this or we were original. No, I am saying we was original. I'm saying we was aboriginal to the land because I know for a fact that we was aboriginal to the land as far as the information by way of there being like three different, it was Native Americans here and like three other kinds of people. There was like Teo people and another kind of people that was already here. They're indigenous. It's like three different races that's indigenous to the land, and they got all intermingled with the slaves that came over here as well. So all those people share like day one type shit indigenous genes. Feel me? So that's not even, I don't even care for real, because what does that have to do, or how does that help anything we got going on now? I don't know. A lot of the spiritual community want to spend all this time arguing about where we came from, who indigenous, who not, what it is, what it ain't, and have no plans to help shit that's going on now. And you're like, I don't understand that. That makes absolutely no sense. But I will say that rank and order and structure of, someone who's been here since the beginning of everything, their people, the culture and the information and the knowledge and the wisdom to learn from that is vast. And why the fuck would I go against that in any type of way unless it's detrimental to my folks or me in a way? You feel me? Like, and speaking of those people that started colonizing folks and stepping on folks and oppressing folks, they was oppressed first. That's why they do it. In a way of a lot of those people came from Britain over here. America's was like the prisons. They get sent over here to do work. Couldn't leave. You get killed if you try to leave, but you can stay over this motherfucker and do you some labor. Give us some labor and still live, man. You know what I'm saying? They had programs of rehabilitation to try to build people up from shit. They ain't have shit like just regular, you go to jail. It was like, nah, you can do some work out here on the lands, get your mind right. You still eat, live, do everything you need to do. Just get you some work in. You feel me? And then if you get in trouble, they have rehabilitation. Like you might have to go see medicine men. Might have to take medicine. You might have to get on a meditation schedule program. Like you gotta do what you gotta do to get better. Society was all about the progression of humanity and the progression of the soul. It's what we need to get back to. Especially if you asking me. 22 shit. I'm gonna break that down too, and I'm gonna kind of explain to y'all that that's an angel number. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a master builder in numerology. Double time. That where that 22 shit come from, type shit too, you feel me? But I think I already explained where I get the numbers from in relation to me being born with 2 holes in my heart. Being born on the second day of the week, on the second day of the month, which is February, and the second day of the not with the second day of, but 2 hours in my heart. So either way, it equal up to 4 like that somehow. 2 hours in my heart, second day of the month, second day of the week. And I think it was the second day of the month. This is the second day of the week. The second month, I'm tripping. The second day of the month, the second day of the week, the second month in the year, and with 2 hours in my heart. So I'm marked by the number 2s. And I was born on the 2nd. So if y'all don't know, that's the warrior goddess. That's the day of the warrior goddess. So I come with a lot of fire. So I'm a very fiery Aquarius, and I get along pretty well with fire signs. I really don't find them to do too much like a lot of people do. You know, like I can keep up with all that fire shit. And I be liking that fire, I ain't gonna lie. It's something about that fire, I ain't gonna lie. But it's a lot to this spirituality stuff, man. But it's not. It's just the journey of learning who you are to become, and what you're here to do. Now I'm gonna break this stuff down in some quote unquote pseudo type science stuff. Now that you know we live in the cosmic mind and consciousness itself, you could create anything you want to out of it. Your own world. That's what you're ultimately trying to do. And remember, I also told you we live in a holographic universe. What you see is planets and stars. It's holographic. It's spirit and physical. So what you see as a planet is a whole nother world, but that's a body. That's an embodiment of a motherfucking entity, a motherfucking being. Ain't no planets and stars for real. These entities and beings, these is why you see shit moving through the sky. Why would it choose to move through the sky up there with the stars? Why would it choose to take shape as a planet, as an asteroid, whatever the fuck going on? This is what's going on. This is spiritual beings embodied in a physical form that's taking higher forms. As above, so below. Higher beings than us, but they do the same type of shit. That's another way to look at it. Shit operating the same, but it ain't. You feel me? It's duality. It's one way and the other way, but both ways pair together and we going somewhere. You see what I'm saying? And we get on. You feel me? You know your boy Quadus in this thing and say, man, we having spiritual church. I know we having spiritual church now, cause I ain't even rolled up yet. Tell me how I done talked about rolling up 30 minutes ago. And I still ain't rolled up. I just been 40 minutes straight getting into this spiritual information that I've been wanting to share for a long time. Just haven't felt like it was the time. But I think now is the time. And we're going to make this video go for an hour long just because I want y'all to understand some things. I want y'all to understand some things. So, give the credit back to the matriarch and the divine mother for being a mother. You know what I'm saying? They don't think about it like this too. If it's about duality and that's how God moved, quote unquote, it ain't no duality in religion as far as masculine and feminine. It's like, nah, it's all male, it's all guys, it's some churches that don't even allow women to be priests. Matter of fact, a lot of churches look down on women being priests because they never seen a woman be a priest nowhere in the Bible, quote unquote. I said quote unquote because that's not some information I swear by knowing. You feel? We gotta keep shit real over here. Yeah, but man, it's a lot of spiritual things to think about and tune into. And then you got certain traps out here in the spiritual things that's going on. If you understand, we out here in a plane, just a plain field of consciousness. What you think is what it is, basically, nigga. Or it's gonna develop into that on the flip side, nigga. The faster you get that down pat, you understand how to move around out here. Yin and yang, masculine and feminine. When you in your yin, to move around in your yin or your feminine energy, you have to think in that direction. So, to move around, like if you was meditating and you astral projected, you know what I'm saying? You in your yin, like all the astral realms and all that stuff, it's all feminine realms and shit, pretty much. So, you in your divine feminine, the healing, the creation, and you trying to move and doing the astral projection, you gotta think in that direction, like think, move and up, and you'll move up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you could really move inside your mind, but this is what they don't tell you. Like, that's why ancient Egypt always told y'all about spaceships and aliens, and this why every civilization got some reference to some extraterrestrial activity and alien and people coming down from the skies and giving great information and leaving and coming back, because this what it is. This what we live in. You see what I'm saying? We just been behind so long that it's like, oh shit, what we do now? Like, you feel me? But grow your consciousness. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna say this as well. There was once a spaceship found, and beings was found aboard the spaceship that were in a, like, not dead but like sleep-like state, like I guess you would call it a meditative state. The body was perfectly preserved. They were fully conscious and aware and basically awake, like alive, but their bodies, they have been there for like thousands of years, I think they said. And like, basically, it's kind of like the goal is to be able to activate and turn your brain on and never turn it off. Like, to be able to think wherever you are and in any place you are. That means you can permanently exist as a light body or a thought form and take the shape of body in that realm of however bodies take form and shape and move around and do shit, whether that's a motherfucking rock, cricket, grasshopper, human being, planet, star, comet, you feel me, and do some shit. That's how, from my understanding, shit be working. Now, if you don't want to think about stuff like that and that kind of out of this world mentality, you kind of just think of it like, be dual, you know, be about duality, be about balancing your feminine, your masculine, your yin and your yang, move your body, open up your channels in your space, make space for becoming divinely aligned. And you could become divinely aligned no matter what you are, race, ethnicity, or whatever. It don't matter. You'll just be divinely aligned under the constructs of your own genes, of your own what you could do. You feel me? Like that's just genius, like potential. See what I'm saying? So you could be like highly in a highly aware and awakened state, in a highly divine state inside yourself, but it's only gonna manifest out into the realm to the point of where your potential caps off at, and that's based off your genes. And that's the whole thing people fighting over with this spiritual shit with white people, black people, Native Americans, and who got what connections to who and where and what bloodlines they come from. That's what all that shit about. If you want to take that shit literal, that shit go all the way back Cain and Abel and bloodline. And you want to take that shit spiritual, that shit go, damn, I just forgot what I was about to say. But it's just how I just told you. Feel me? It's, everything is physical and spiritual. This shit all got physical and spiritual side. Like none of this shit is just spiritual or just physical. So that's the whole thing with that. But this the thing, right? People don't understand, if y'all fighting for souls, if there's a race of people like fighting to have a soul, no, you ain't got no soul. Can't leave this motherfucking and enter no primordial realms unless called upon by a primordial deity or being. Like, nigga, I gotta come get you for you to come over here type shit. You can't just come over here. Like, I could come get you and bring you to the crib, nigga, but nah, you live over there, nigga, like you one of them. It's like that. So you know, they be trying to get them a soul too. They be trying to get their spirit high and as high as they can vibrate it too. And that's what they supposed to do. And I love high vibrational Caucasian folks. I love high vibrational $5. Anybody high vibrational, first of all, I love you. Cause you putting out high vibes and everybody ain't doing that. And I think that deserves a lot of love. Shout out to you, salute. But I don't think we gotta be fighting over that. Cause you, in my personal opinion, the soul comes from somewhere. You can gain a soul based off how you move. It might take you 1,000 years on some real shit because the soul is such a primordial entity. But if you came into this life and moved right and moved right and moved right for thousands of years, I'm sure you gain you a soul as a white person. You know what I'm saying? Or as a Caucasian person. For those that don't have, there's a certain specific group, select few in the genes. Then nobody knows who does and don't just by looking now. I'm sure there's ways scientists can trace this shit through the blood and genes, and that's why they try to keep up with all our blood and keep records and shit. But that's not the point. The point is, nobody really knows if you got a soul or not. Like, you can just tell by how you do shit though. Do you do things with soul? Choo, choo. Hip Hop Soul Train, baby. That's what we on. Come and take a ride with me. Open up the doors, you see your soul. Ha ha ha. La 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 la. Do you wanna ride? I fucked up the last part. But anyways, you know what I'm saying. I feel like if you love hard enough, you could transcend these realms and you can earn you a soul if you ain't have no soul. See, and the thing about these alien races that's out here trying to get a soul, they would love a soul if they could have one. And then there's the thing about these people that weren't created by the original divine supreme primordial goddess that also might be out here searching for soul. You gotta earn you a soul. This ain't something you see. The thing they don't know is everybody that has a soul earned that soul in a way. That was part of a collective, and each little ounce, little drop, little effort earned it motherfucking self to that position. You know what I'm saying? Supreme intelligence is earned. You have to learn that shit. Like the great mother, she learned all that shit. All that intellect, all that supreme, all that know-how. That's all learned. That shit was developed. That shit ain't just come like that. And if it did, and if it does just come like that, then that being is literally intelligence itself. And you can't do nothing but respect intelligence. That's how you gonna get mad at intelligence. So either way, like I say, go either way you could be. Either way, you never know how it's coming, but you gotta know how to deal with it. Feel me? And everybody out here bloodthirsty trying to kill their way into these positions that haven't. No, that's not how it's supposed to go down. See, all this bloodshed over the earth, now this blood spill is awakening the great mother. She could hear this blood crying out. Jesus told you, he heard Cain and Abel, from the Cain and Abel story, he heard his brother's blood crying out from the earth. Don't nothing get killed in vain. Y'all don't know that yet. All these innocent bodies, all the people that lost their life to the COVID vaccination and it's fin too still, all the slaves, all the folk that have died from police brutality, none of that shit in vain. Every time something like that happened, energy, spirit was released. And it comes back. And you can't make it have amnesia forever. One day it's gonna remember you the same motherfucker that's been dealing with for thousands of years. You the same energy or demon in this moment that's put in a way as a demon that I gotta get over an obstacle, a hurdle over. That's where you get demons and devils from. Challenges that you face internally and inside that's such a struggle because they so close to you. That's why the devil is the most cunning beast in the field. It's because he's so close to you, he's so cuddly, so close to your heart. You know, you need to shoot for the star, but you can't because you too comfortable. You feel so good. Shit like that. You know, you challenge. That's a demon, something that you gotta get over, something you gotta get through, something you gotta handle, something you gotta deal with. And they have spiritual attachments and entities to them that attach to you spiritually. And they battle with your spirit spiritually. And that's why you have these emotions, aka feeling. You wouldn't be having emotions about it in your soul. Your soul would be trying to tell you, hey, I feel some shit about this if it wasn't affected by it. How could some physical shit going on be affecting your soul if it ain't got no correlation or no connection? How could it? Gotta have correlation and connection. You slap me, you talk shit about me, you push me, you call me stink, you spit on me, you say my breath stink. I might feel some type of way. My soul affected. It gotta communicate, hey, what's going on? Why do I feel like I'm feeling? And I gotta be able to tell it with logic or no logic. Hey, buddy just tripping. It ain't you, it's him. Or hey, shit, we gotta figure this out. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I did too much. Emotional intelligence. That's what that is. We having spiritual church. Still ain't lit up the L. Feel like I smoked it already. That's what that is. It's so much spiritual knowledge to acquire and learn. This shit don't stop for real. You gotta keep going with it. But what I will say is, Start honoring divine feminine energy when it's around you, like grandma. Honor your mama. Honor your girl, especially if she divine and she treating you right, giving you that good energy. You know what I'm saying? What also comes with that is a lot of the rituals of divine feminine that the witches had and shit like that did a lot of shit for real, have got lost. So many rituals and things that does real shit when you put them women together and they really be in their bag on some powerful shit. Why you think niggas got scared of that and wanted to cut it off so bad? It was too strong. Nigga, it was too strong because if you hurt us, we gon' heal ourselves back together through this love. When we feminine. You feel me? And when we catch you, we gonna really do something to you. Cause we felt all of that. And when we make you feel all of this, don't be no pussy about it. You feel me? It's like if the divine feminine was speaking through me, that's exactly what she is saying. Like, this a game of take and give, motherfucker. It ain't gonna be no taking without no taking, nigga. And vice versa. We don't allow giving to go on without doing no giving. We match reciprocations because we balance. We divine. Yup. Choo. We have a spiritual church, man. It's your boy Quadus with another amazing video. Hopefully this was amazing and it made you think. Understand? I'm still that same rapping that nigga. I'm that man. But I got a spiritual side to it for what you think. I'm trying to show my people the way and show my people the game. I'm trying to lead my people the resources and lead my people to change. Hopefully with this information we can make shit change. Don't matter what kind of storm, no, I make it rain. You know I'm getting to the goal. I feel like Notre Dame. Okay, let's do it. Till next time. Quiet Deuce. 22 shit. Deuce Trial. I'm out. You know how I do's it.